Today is the day. I will finally be reviewing Joann's new Chenille Posh Big Twist yarn. I just picked this up this weekend. I'm so excited about it. I only have it in these two colors because I'm not gonna lie, the pickings were very slim. I guess it's been popping off the shelves, so get it now while you can. I also got it super cheap on sale. I think it retails for like $9.99 and I think I got it for like $6 or something like that. I guess it's like they're trying to get people to try it, so they put it on sale. So check it out while you can to see if the sale's still going on, because that was awesome. I have it in the colors Bok Choy, this Bok Choy, and Glow Warm. Is that what it's called? Glow Warm. So I'm super excited about this. Like I mentioned, it is a chenille yarn, which if you're not familiar with the term chenille, it just means that there are these inner yarns. If you kind of see these here, these are like the inner yarns, and it's surrounded by this fuzzy stuff, which makes for this thicker, soft, amazing yarn. It's my preferred yarn to use for amigurumi plushy things. I usually use the Chenille Home Slim and Sweet Snuggles from Michaels, but I'm really excited to try this. The color line is amazing. It also comes in these colors. I'm going to show them here since I didn't get to get them, but I love the colors. I think they're super bright and a great selection. This is considered a size 5 bulky yarn, whereas the chenille yarn that I typically use from Michaels is a size 6 super bulky. Blanket yarn is usually a size 6 super bulky. So this is going to be a little bit thinner than that, but I wouldn't say it's too thin. I'm gonna put another picture here to show the size reference of some other yarns that I use to compare. So I would say that in size, it's more comparable to a Parfait Chunky, a Hobby Baby Snuggle, a Dolphin Baby kind of size. However, it is very sturdy. It feels different. It feels more of like a cross between those yarns and a blanket yarn, which I love, because I think that the biggest issue with those yarns is the fraying and the shedding and the making magic rings and not being able to close them type of shedding, and this does not give that vibe. This is like very sturdy, like you're not getting any sheddy when you're like doing that. So that's great. I'm going to test that out further in this video. To test how this yarn works up, I am going to be making a leggy frog, I think, and I'm going to compare it with my regular leggy frogs. I have one right here. I usually make these with this is made with my Chenille Home Slim from Michaels. If you know, you know, when you make these like arms and these little tiny fingers and you're making it with this soft yarn that sheds and stuff, doing those slip stitches can be tough. So I'm really excited for this yarn because I think this is gonna hold up way better doing those crazy limb things. So I'm excited for that, and then we'll like compare them and I'll let you know what my thoughts are on that. But first, I thought we would do a magic ring test because I don't use a magic ring for these leggy frogs, but I think that's the most important test when you're testing like durability and the sheddy factor of yarn. So we're gonna do that first, and then we're gonna do the leggy frog, and then I'm gonna share my final thoughts on the yarn. Okay, here is our magic ring test. We're gonna start with the Chenille Home Slim from Michaels, which is the typical yarn that I use. I find that some colors of this are extra sheddy, and this green happens to be that. So we'll see if I'm even able to close this magic ring once I do it. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Okay, it worked a little better than it usually does, honestly. Oh, no, here we go. So yeah, like I said, a little tough. Here you can kind of see it's like already starting to fray. Let's move on to our new Posh yarn. Okay, here is our new Posh yarn. This yarn actually recommends an 8mm hook, but I just think that's a little big for how thin this yarn is, so I'm actually going to use a 5mm hook, and we are going to do our magic ring with this yarn. Okay, moment of truth. Here we go. We're going to pull the ring. Yeah, that feels good. Oh, we like that. Okay, I got a little too excited. All right. There we go. Wow, that was great. Okay, so yeah, I don't see any like pulling or shedding or anything in this yarn. It felt super sturdy and that was great. Okay, now I will be making a leggy frog with this Posh yarn, and then we will compare it to my other leggy frog and give final thoughts at the end. Are you kidding? Like, are you kidding? I'm obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with him. Okay, so overall thoughts. Well, this is him compared to my Home Slim leggy frog. He's definitely a little bit smaller, of course, because like the yarn is a little bit smaller, but not by much, honestly. And can we talk about the fact that this is like the perfect leggy frog color? Like, this is the color. Bok choy, folks. Leggy frog color. I love it. I loved working with it. It was so soft. It was so sturdy. The stitches were really easy to see, which is great. A great yarn for beginners, in my opinion. You might have seen me still struggling with slip stitches. I just don't like slip stitches, but they were way easier with this yarn because it was, like I said, sturdier, and like it just wasn't flopping all over the place. It wasn't shedding all over the place. I have no bok choy yarn anywhere on me, and usually when I finish crocheting with the Home Slim yarn, I am covered in it. My floor is covered in it. My black pants that I always happen to be wearing while I'm crocheting, covered in it. This, nothing. It didn't shed one time. Like, that's awesome. I actually loved it way more than I thought I would. I, like I said, gravitate towards like a thicker yarn, so I was really surprised how much I liked it. I feel like it was like the perfect combo. It was the perfect size. It came out great. If I had to say anything negative, like, maybe I would say it could look a little weird, like mixing this with other yarns, doing a project with like this and another yarn combined. I haven't tried that yet, but maybe I will in the future and let you know how that goes, just because I think they might like look a little different and feel a little different due to the textures being different and it being a different yarn. So that's really the only bad thing I would say about it. So that just means you might have to get the entire line of colors, which, is that the worst thing? No. Is it the best thing for my wallet? Also no. And like I thought that my negative review was gonna be like, oh, I wish it was a little bit bigger or like a little bit thicker of a yarn. But if it was any thicker, it would basically be the blanket yarn. So I feel like that's not a fair assessment. So overall, love this yarn. Definitely give it a try. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. If you found it helpful and you enjoyed watching, please leave a like, subscribe, and also comment down below and let me know what you're making with this yarn. I would love to make some new projects. So let me know what colors you're getting and what you're making. I would love to know. And thank you again for watching. Bye.